Shalom. Anger has been the downfall of many great people. It's no coincidence that the word blind is often used in conjunction with the word anger. Because when we're angry, often we are blind to the consequences of our actions and our words. When we're angry, we are apt to ignore the good qualities of the person we're angry at. In a moment of rage, we're likely to forget all of the good things that person may have done in the past. When we are angry, we often say and do things that we regret later on. In seconds, anger can consume and destroy a relationship or a career that has taken years to build. In this week's Torah portion, Chukat, we witness how Moses' anger got the best of him. Moses, our greatest leader. Moses, who led us out of Egypt, who spoke to God face to face at Sinai, who guided us through the many perils of the wilderness, was denied the one experience that he most desired, and that was setting foot in the soil of Eretz Yisrael, all because of one passing moment of anger. The Israelites were encamped in a place called Kadesh. There was no water in that place, and the people gathered around Moses and began complaining. Now, complaining wasn't something new to the Israelites. They were master kvetchers by this time, having complained to Moses about everything. But in this instance, their complaint was justified. They desperately needed water. Of course, in typical Israelite style, they exaggerated their plight and they attacked Moses personally. Let's take a look in the Chumash at how Moses responded to the Israelites' complaint. Vayikach Moshe et hamate milifnei Adonai kasher tzivahu Vayakilu Moshe v'Aharon et ha-kahal al pnei hasala vayomer lahem shimu na hamorim hamin hasela hazeh notzi lachem mayim vayarem Moshe et yado vayach et hasela b'matehu pamayim vayetzu mayim rabim v'tesht ha'edah uv Iram. Moses took the rod from before the Eternal, as he had been commanded. Moses and Aaron assembled the congregation in front of the rock, and he said to them, "Listen, you rebels, shall we get water for you out of this rock?" And Moses raised his hand and struck the rock twice with his rod. Out came copious water, and the community and their beasts drank. Now, God had commanded Moses, saying, "You and your brother Aaron take the rod and assemble the community, and before their eyes order the rock to yield its water." But notice, Moses does not take his brother Aaron with him, but he goes to the rock by himself. Now we might speculate why God had told Moses to take Aaron with him. Aaron was a much more patient man, known as a pursuer of peace. Perhaps Aaron may have been able to calm Moses down had he been by his side. Now, instead of speaking to the rock as God had instructed him, Moses angrily strikes the rock, not once, but twice. Furthermore, Moses, who had a deep and abiding love for the Jewish people, at that moment replied to their complaint with angry, almost hateful words, saying, "Listen, you rebels, shall we get water for you out of this rock?" Now, to categorize the people as rebels was uncalled for. It was over the line, as there was merit in their complaint. But that is how people speak when they're angry. They say things that they regret later on. Moses, the greatest prophet who ever lived, in a moment of anger, lost everything. He lost the promised land for himself. Listen to what Reish Lakish of the Talmud says about anger. Quote, "As to every person who becomes angry, if they are a sage, their wisdom departs. If they are a prophet, their prophecy departs." We learn this from Moses. Well, I hope that you will read this week's Torah portion and come to your own conclusions. Shabbat Shalom.
أبا الشمعون كن بعوني لا دعيتك عينني أبا الشمعون كن بعوني